What a game at the Amex. A 4-goal Premier League classic as Brighton and Newcastle played out a thrilling 2-2 draw. Let's dive straight into the action. From the first whistle, Brighton looked sharp, dominating possession and probing the Newcastle defense. It was clear that Roberto De Zerbi had his men fired up, playing their signature attractive, high-press football. The early pressure paid off just 15 minutes in. A slick move down the right, and the ball found its way to João Pedro with some incredibly quick feet. He danced past the defender and slotted the ball home. A fantastic start for the Seagulls, and the Amex erupted. Brighton were 1-0 up, and it was fully deserved based on the opening exchanges. For the next 20 minutes, Brighton continued to control the tempo. Newcastle struggled to get a foothold in the game, with Brighton's midfield trio recycling possession and keeping the pressure on. But you could never count out Eddie Howe's side. As halftime approached, the Magpies started to find their rhythm. The warning signs were there, and just before the break, they struck. Bruno Guimaraes, the orchestrator in midfield, picked up the ball and threaded an absolutely perfect pass through the Brighton backline. Alexander Isak, with his blistering pace, latched onto it, rounded the keeper, and coolly finished to level the scores. 1-1 at halftime, a sucker punch for Brighton, but a massive boost for Newcastle going into the dressing rooms. The second half started with the same intensity as the first. Both teams came out looking for the win, creating a fantastic end-to-end spectacle. The crowd was roaring, sensing that more goals were on the way, and they were right. In the 65th minute, Brighton retook the lead with a moment of individual brilliance. Kaoru Mitoma, who had been a threat all game, cut in from the left flank, evaded a challenge, and unleashed a stunning curling strike into the far top corner. An absolutely unstoppable shot. De Zerbi's passionate celebration on the sidelines said it all. Brighton were back in front, 2-1. With the lead restored, Brighton tried to manage the game, but Newcastle threw everything they had at them. Eddie Howe made some attacking changes, bringing on fresh legs to chase an equalizer. The tension inside the Amex was palpable as the clock ticked into stoppage time. Just when it looked like Brighton had secured all 3 points, Newcastle produced one final dramatic twist. Substitute Anthony Gordon found a pocket of space out wide and delivered a pinpoint cross into the box. And who was there to meet it? Alexander Isak, rising highest to power a header past the despairing dive of the keeper. A dramatic equalizer in the 92nd minute. The Newcastle players and fans went wild. A truly breathtaking end to the match. So, let's break down the tactics behind this thriller. Brighton dominated possession with 62%, and their high press was evident, forcing Newcastle into several errors in their own half. You can see from their passing network how they overloaded the central areas to control the game. However, Newcastle's counter-attacking strategy was lethal. They were happy to soak up pressure and then spring forward with pace. Isak's movement was key to this. He constantly drifted between the lines, making it incredibly difficult for Lewis Dunk and the Brighton defense to track him. His heat map shows just how much ground he covered, popping up in dangerous areas all over the final third. We also saw some crucial saves from both keepers, with Nick Pope and Bart Verbruggen both pulling off key stops to keep their teams in it. In the end, it's a draw that will feel like a win for Newcastle, snatching a point at the death. For Brighton, it's a case of a missed opportunity, letting the lead slip twice at home. But what an entertaining match. Both teams showcased their quality and proved why they are must-watch sides in the Premier League this season. What did you think of the game? Who was your man of the match? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Premier League highlights and analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.